Good morning, good afternoon, or very good evening to all the students studying in Standard 10th. Students, welcome in my online English class. And if you want to have all the upcoming videos, you can subscribe the channel and you can put the notifications tab on. So students, in this video, we are going to learn a beautiful poem by Sunil Sharma, and name of the poem is Basketful of Moonlight. This is a very meaningful poem, and in this poem a child is requesting towards to the moon to have a basket full of seeds of moonlight. So before moving towards the poem, let us see the chit-chat activity. And in the chit-chat activity there are some questions. The first question is, did you like to hear bedtime stories when you were a child? Yes, I enjoyed listening to bedtime stories when I was a child. And every one of us, when we were a child, we all used to or we loved to listen to bedtime stories. And now also we tell bedtime stories to our younger ones or to our children. The next question is, who usually told you the bedtime stories? Usually my mother used to tell me the bedtime stories. Normally, my mother told me bedtime story. Your answer will be maybe different. Usually, my father used to tell me the bedtime stories. Usually, my grandmother used to tell me the bedtime story. So here you can change the answer. You can write your own answer as well. Then question number three, why did you like them? Why did you like to listen to bedtime stories? I liked the stories because the stories taught me many new things. See students, before or after every story or within every story there is a moral which teach us how to behave, how to live life successfully, and that is why we all like to listen to stories. Next question, do you still like to hear those stories again? Yes, if I get a chance, I will or I like to hear those stories again. Yes, that stories are our childhood memories. So even when I'll get a chance, if we get a chance, we will definitely like to listen to those stories from our parents or from our elder sister, brother, grandparents, etc. Now, the next question is, discuss in groups about the procedure of planting a tree. Write the steps in bullet points and present it before the class. Now you have to write different steps that we have to follow when planting a tree. When we plant a tree, what do we do? Now the first thing is find a suitable place for the plantation. When we want to plant a tree, any kind of tree, we have to find a suitable place. If it is a mango tree, then we should have a bigger place that which in nothing is nearby, no building, etc. If it is a small plant like rose or show plants, then we can plant that sapling anywhere, like in pot also or in our balcony also, etc. So we have to first find a suitable place for the plantation. Next is dig the soil to make a pit. We have to make a pit by digging the soil. Then add some manure and plant the tree sapling. Then we have to add some manure. Then we should always use organic manure, which is made out of dung, cow dung, or plant leftovers. So we should add some manure, and then we plant the tree sapling. Then we want water the plant regularly. We should water the plant regularly on daily or fortnight basis. Then weed from time to time. If there is something like some plants which are not useful or which are very harmful for the main plant, then we have to take out, we have to remove. Different types of grass is there, then we have to take out, remove those plants. We have to weed from time to time. Then next question is, discuss in pairs and write what your father and mother do for your family. Now students, in the book they have given two separate points, like what my father does and what my mother does. But normally, and now we are living in 21st century, Now, there is no particular or no fixed role of mother or father. It is not like mother has to take care of the house, or mother has to take care of the family and father has to earn. They can do either things. Even many of the women, now many of your mothers may be doing a job, and at the same time they are taking care of the family as well. So we should not divide the work in mother or father. Anybody can do the work. Now, cleaning and keeping the house, father, mother, anybody can do this. Gardening and maintenance, buying vegetables and grocery items, cooking and serving. This is, we have to keep it in mind, dear students. Cooking and serving is the not the work of only women. Even men can do that, and we should help our mothers. Then earning money is no more only a job of father. Even many of your mothers are earning money. They are doing job, they are handling their family, and they are going out to do jobs. They are doing some small businesses, even bigger businesses. They are managing those. So these are a few work like duties that any of them, mother or father, can do. Then taking care of children. This is also a very important task which has to be done by both of them, not only by mother. Now, now let us read the poem. We will read the poem first, and then we will see the detailed explanation. Now let us read. O moon, give me moonlight, basketful or two baskets full with seeds of moonlight. From the city to my village, on the sides of the path, I want to sow many small, small moons of light. The whole village goes to the city daily to work. It becomes dark on its way back, as my village is quite far. The route is tough and full of snakes and scorpions. Neither bus nor cart plies. When my father returns home, I am asleep, and he goes back early in the morning while I am sleeping. O moon, give me a basketful of moonlight on loan. I want to light the dark route so that my father returns early. I too want to hear fairy tales and stories from him. O moon, give me a basketful of moonlight. I want to sow seeds of moon on the sides of the path. By Sunil Sharma, translated from Dogri. Now, students, here we have to know what is Dogri. So Dogri is a type of, or it is one of the officially recognized languages spoken mainly in Jammu and Kashmir. So students, we all know that we have different regional languages, that we speak Marathi, or people in Karnataka speak Kannada. So people from Jammu and Kashmir, they speak Dogri, and which is officially recognized language. So the poet is from Jammu Kashmir, and from that we can imagine that what kind of area that is, a hilly area, and it is very difficult for transportation. So when we are learning this poem, we have to we have to keep it in mind that the area is hilly, the region is hilly, and it is very difficult to travel in that region. Then it will become very easier for us to understand the context of the poem. Now we will see all the stanzas one by one. First, O moon, give me moonlight, basketful or two baskets full with seeds of moonlight. The child, the child is requesting to the moon that he wants two basket, two baskets full with seeds of moonlight. He wants seeds of moonlight, or he want a basket full of moonlight. He want, he means that he want lot of moonlight. And why does he want to have the seeds of moonlight? What he is going to do with that? From the city to my village, on the sides of the path, I want to sow many small, small moons of light. The whole village goes to the city daily to work. What the child is going to do, or what the poet is going to do with the moonlight? The poet is going to sow many small, small moons of light. And where he is going to sow the moons, seeds of moonlight? On the path, on both sides, on the sides of the path, he is going to sow those seeds of moonlight. And the path takes towards the city. The path connects the city to the village. There is a village which is away from city, and there is only a single road who connects city and the village, and the road must be dark, and that is why the poet wants to enlighten. The poet wants to sow the many, many seeds, small, small seeds of moonlight on both sides of the path. See, this is a very good imagination, because small children, their imagination power is very strong. So the child or the poet is saying, give me some seeds of moonlight, so that I don't want anything from you. I just want some seeds. I'm not taking anything from you. I want some seeds that I can plant and make the road enlighten. Why why does he want to sow the seeds of moonlight on both sides of the path? The whole village goes to the city daily to work. Many men, women from his village must be going to the city daily for work, because as it is a very hilly region, there may not be any different work types of wages or work to do for women or men, so they have to go to uh, city area to earn their livings, to earn money. And that is why the people, they are going to villages, sorry, cities, to earn money. Now there is one question which is given: what does the poet wish to get from the moon, and why? Now this answer we have got from the stanza. A poet The poet wants to get the seeds of moonlight, so that, this is the answer of what does the poet wish to get from the moon. The poet wants to, or the poet wishes to get the seeds of moonlight from the moon. Why? So that he can lighten the path from the city to village, or he can, so that he can sow the seeds on the path of on the sides of the path of the path which is connecting village to the city. Then next stanza. It becomes It becomes dark on its way back, as my village is quite far. So the route is tough. The route is tough and full of snakes and scorpions. Neither bus nor cart plies. When my father returns home, I am asleep. Now here the poet gives the detailed explanation about why does he want to sow the seeds of moonlight on both the sides of the path, or on the sides of path, because the road that connects city to the village, it is in the first thing is, the village is very far. The village is so far that it becomes dark by the time men and women return to the village. By the time they return to the village, it becomes very dark, because the village is very far from city. And as it becomes dark, the route becomes more tough. Already it is tough. Why it is tough? Because it is full of snakes and scorpions, and it is a hilly region. That is why it is tough. And adding to the problems, there is no bus or no cart facility. Neither bus nor cart plies. Means there is no transportation. Plies means uh, going up and down, like taking passengers to certain place and then coming back again. So there is no bus or there is no car, there is no means of transportation. People have to walk. So it becomes dark, the route is tough, it is full of snakes and scorpions, there is no bus, there is no cart, and that is why when my father returns home, I am asleep. It becomes too late. It becomes too late for my father to come home. to return home, and by that time I am asleep. And now here the question is given, why is the road from the city to the village dangerous? We got the answer, because the road is dark, it is tough, and there are snakes and scorpions too. And that is why the road is dangerous. Now, as the father comes or returns home when the poet is asleep, then what happens? Let us see. And he goes back early in the morning when I am sleeping. He comes home when I am sleeping. That time I go to sleep. And when he returns to his job in the morning, that time also I am sleeping. So this is the problem of the child or the poet. Then he is saying, "Oh moon, give me a basket full of moonlight on loan. I want to light the dark route so that my father returns early. I too want to hear fairy tales and stories from him." See the child, how polite or how benevolent the child is. He's saying, "Give me a basket full of moonlight, but don't do me a favor. Do or give the moonlight on loan." It means that the poet wants to return the moonlight to him again, or he wants to return the moonlight to the moon again. He doesn't want to take anything for granted. He doesn't want any favor. He wants to return the loan or return the moonlight to the moon again. He doesn't want to trouble the moon as well. "I want to light the dark route so that my father returns early." Everything, all these things he is ready to do just for one sake, that his father has to return early home, because I too want to hear fairy tales and stories from him. That this word too tells us many things, students. The too means that his other friends or his friends from the village, they are listening to, or their fathers are telling them fairy tales and stories, and this poet or this child has seen, or he knows that his friends or their fathers are telling the fairy tales or stories to them. So why don't I get the chance to listen to or hear fairy tales from my father? So he wants to listen, or he wants to hear the fairy tales from his father, and for this only reason he is requesting the moon. Now, why does the poet want his father home early? The reason is, we have seen, the poet wants his father home early so that he can hear fairy tales from him. He can too hear fairy tales from him. You can write like that also. Now, the last stanza. "O moon, give me a basket full of moonlight. I want to sow seeds of moon on the sides of the path." Again, the child or the poet is reiterating. To reiterate means to repeat, to request again, or to say again. Maybe the moon has forgotten that the child or the poet wants a basket full of moonlight. So the poet again in the last stanza is reiterating, is saying it again. "O moon, give me a basket full of moonlight. What I am going to do, I want to sow seeds of moon on the sides of the path. And what will happen then? My father will come early, and then he will tell me different nice fairy tales or stories." What do you send your evening time? How do you send your evening time with your family members? This is the question that they have asked. The answer may be different. I have written, "We all go out for a small walk, or we sit together for having evening snacks." The answer may be different for everybody of you. So this was a very beautiful and very touchy, heart-touching poem by Sunil Sharma. And though it was written in Dogri originally, and then it is translated into English, the beauty of the poem is nowhere hindered are nowhere affected. So a very beautiful poem we have learned today, students. So don't forget to complete the workshop which is given under the poem. If you have any problem regarding the workshop, you can put it in the comment box. Then I'll be very happy to answer all of your questions. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and put the notifications on. Thank you so much.